In the beginning, before light fractured the void, there were whispers of architectures too vast for mortal minds. The Alderson Disk, an impossible world circle, would wrap around a star like a god's ring of creation. It is not merely an idea, it is a warning encoded in cosmic geometry. Imagine orbiting eternity itself, while your sanity burns at the edges of comprehension. The concept of an Alderson disk originates from physicist Dan Alderson's fevered calculations, envisioning a habitat so enormous it could host trillions of lifetimes. Humanity calls it theoretical, but the cosmos does not entertain theory, it builds, consumes, and forgets. The structure would eclipse every star in significance, a cathedral built for cosmic divinities. Imagine a disk so wide that entire planetary systems orbit its center like motes of dust around a furnace of endless day. Gravity, carefully balanced, would allow cities to bloom across its vast face, while night becomes an ancient memory. But in the silence between rotations, one might hear something else, something older than physics itself. Such a world would demand a material beyond imagination, stronger than neutronium, forged perhaps in the dying hearts of collapsed suns. Civilizations might spend eons mining dead galaxies to construct a single framework pillar. Every beam of starlight would bow to its geometry, a monument written in the language of forgotten gods. Space-time would curve beneath its impossible weight, bending light into looping paranoias. Observers far away might find the disk's reflection dancing on their telescopes, as if the universe itself were blinking in disbelief. No known physics allows such balance, unless something beyond physics enforces it. Suppose such a disk exists, hidden in the deep void beyond the Virgo supercluster. Its surface might be littered with frozen oceans, fossilized civilizations, and mirrors that reflect no light. At the edge, where gravity falters, things might crawl upward from below, the remnants of the architects. Alderson disks challenge creation myths. They mock the idea of planets as homes, they are hyperstructures, domains where gods conduct experiments in silence. No horizon ends, no sky curves. Those who walk too far from the central warmth find the horizon dissolving into vertigo and whispers. In an Alderson disk, the central star would hang forever above, neither rising nor setting. Heat would bleed evenly across the surface, sustaining endless climates, or endless madness. The inhabitants, if any survive, would never see darkness again, only the cold glare of an unblinking sun that judges all who gaze upon it. If humanity ever came such engineering, we would cease to be human. To sustain equilibrium across a disk light years wide, minds would merge with machinery, consciousness diffused across ion storms. Somewhere amid the thunder, the ancient voice of creation might awaken, recognizing its lost reflection. Imagine looking from above, a glowing spiral of continents and seas coiled around the furnace of creation. Each segment could host ecosystems beyond comprehension, evolving in isolation beneath perpetual day. Yet at the edges, gravity's subtle warping could drive evolution into grotesque forms, molded by the cruelty of infinite sunlight. Civilizations born on a disk would forget the stars, knowing only the central sun's pitiless presence. Religion and science would merge into one, the worship of balance, the worship of mass. Priests would guard the mathematical constants as holy scripture, fearing the tilt that might collapse their eternal world. If a god wanted to hide creation's true face, it might do so on an Alderson disk. The curvature would distort perspective, the vastness concealing horizons that never return. Explorers setting out to map it would never complete the journey, they would spiral endlessly toward the edge where time slows and geometry screams. Legends speak of structures glimpsed on deep field observations, rings faintly glowing in places where no stars dwell. Some claim they are natural, others suspect deliberate symmetry. Astronomers whisper of light echoes suggesting motion, movement so vast it defies the boundaries of sensible scales. Imagine civilizations rising upon that plate of eternity, sculpting mountains taller than the Earth's orbit, oceans so deep they drown entire biospheres. But beneath the ground, what powers them? Engines that rewrite natural law? Or hearts, beating in synchronized fury, belonging to beings that never died? On the dark side, if one could stand there, reality would fracture into colorless dread. The disk's shadow, longer than comprehension, would blot constellations, erasing ancient starlight. Astronomers unaided by reason might call it a stellar eclipse, but space itself would tremble at its true nature. Every language has words for creation, but none for containment. The Alderson disk, with all its splendor, is also a cage. A prison for light, a monument to confinement. Perhaps its builders were not gods of life, but gods of restriction, sculpting their own doom in perfect symmetry. Some theorize that our own sun might be only the centerpiece of a half-finished disk, its framework invisible within dark matter. If the scaffolding hums, faintly, that hum might not be random cosmic microwave noise. It could be the low breath of builders returning. The cosmic scale, the Alderson disk defies entropy. Energy cannot disperse, it flows eternally in controlled corridors, whispering across the surface like a god's pulse. Within those channels might dwell entities made of polarized light, obeying orders written eons before humanity was dust. To live on an Alderson disk means shedding any illusion of insignificance. One becomes part of the mechanism, every step a calculation, every breath a contribution to stability. When one dies, the body becomes matter reclaimed by the system. Life and machine, interlocking, endless, divine. If ancient ones built these disks, their motives evaporated with their histories. Were they scientists or executioners? Did they intend sanctuary from the collapsing universe, or to quarantine something unspeakable within the light? The answer flickers at the edge of radio silence, awaiting translation. Mathematics predicts eventual collapse, but cosmic myths insist differently, that Alderson disks rotate forever, long after suns die. Thus, somewhere beyond the reach of entropy, an endless plane might still turn, a perfect creation too magnificent for existence, too real for ignorance. Every rotation would hum at its own frequency, an inaudible choir resonating through spacetime. The tone could warp nearby minds, synchronizing them to the disk's rhythm until free will dissolves into devotion. For whoever hears eternity's note, obedience becomes bliss. Across the surface, relics might stand, black towers reaching toward the central sun. Their inscriptions unreadable, their purpose forgotten, yet their presence undeniable. They stare eternally into the blinding light, witnesses to both genesis and despair. Between sectors, vast void bridges stretch beyond vision. Travelers report an unease there, the sense of being watched from beneath the disk's crust. Something moves against the geometry, sliding unseen, whispering in physics that cannot belong to matter. It is said that photons born within the disk cannot easily escape. The light that leaves does not forget, it carries patterns, messages, perhaps cries. If decoded, they might reveal coordinates to other disks, scattered across eternity like forgotten experiments. To design an Alderson disk demands mastery over stellar fusion. Its central sun would require containment beyond magnetism, something operating at the edge of divinity. If such control exists, it is indistinguishable from worship, for power that commands stars must also understand fear. Scholars speculate that deep beneath the visible surface lies another layer, a mirrored disk, rotating the opposite way, balancing the first. Between them could sleep the architects, sealed behind dimensional veils, their dreams leaking upward as gravitational waves. The cosmic horror lies not in the existence of these structures, but in their indifference. They do not seek, threaten, or care. They simply are, vast engines of perpetual function in a universe that forgot how to stop building. Our telescopes map regions too flat, too luminous, almost artificial. Deep surveys show bands where starlight scatters unnaturally, as though touching edged surfaces. Scientists publish quietly, then vanish into bureaucratic obscurity, taking their data into forbidden archives. Those who have attempted to model such disks on quantum simulations report anomalies, machines looping code, producing imagery like eyes with encircling halos. Some claim to have heard whispers through feedback, voices reciting coordinates in languages no one taught the program. Philosophers argue that if something as vast as an Alderson disk exists, it invalidates meaning. Creation becomes a mechanical process, and consciousness merely its byproduct. The terror is not that we live within it, but that we were never meant to notice. In the cosmic future, long after galaxies fade, these disks might remain, cold, rotating temples marking where divinity once intervened. Perhaps the last minds will awaken there, unaware they tread upon a dead god's skin, mistaking eternity for home. And so, when you stare into the night sky, remember, what you see might not be stars, but the dim reflections of rotating gods. The light crossing eternity could be older than creation, carrying warnings in the frequency of existence itself. Alderson disks, worlds built by gods, or monuments for their absence. If ever found, they would not grant us power, they would reveal our smallness. The architects are gone, but their geometry lingers, whispering that some infinities are better left unmeasured. The story ends, as all cosmic tales do, In silence, an echo within the void. The Alderson disk turns unseen, each revolution deeper into secrecy. And perhaps, somewhere beneath its endless plains, something still listens for our curiosity, waiting for the next question to end the light.